Hi ladies, I just want to do a video. I've got 10 minutes because it carries on in 10. I know I said I'd do a video next week, but this is not about Lauren, this is about teen pregnancy. As I was a teen mum myself, I was 18 when I had Leonie. She wasn't planned. I started dating this guy when I was 18. He was 17, almost 18, and I met him in February of 2001. My nan had just died, and I was feeling very low that I'd just lost my nan. Oh no, 17 when I met him, almost 18. And it weren't getting to bed with him straight away when I met him. He said usually with other girls that's what he had done, but with me he didn't. I got with him I met him in February. We got together in March, and I used to go to his house after college because I was at college then. I used to go to his house after college. He used to come to mine. I used to meet him after work. We've been together quite a few months, and in May 2001 I went to France. He kept telling me I was pregnant, and I just kept saying I'm not pregnant. It kept showing, because I used to smoke back then, it kept showing me the sick packet say do not smoke when pregnant, and I'm like, I'm not pregnant. I just thought my periods were all over the place anyway. Well, they still are. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. My period's just like, that's all. It'll come. And then anyway, I come back from France. I go to a place. It's called Eustar. Because I live in Rotherham, in England. I'm from Rotherham, and that's my hometown. And I go into Eustar and I ask if I could have a pregnancy test done. Well, anyway, I had to go and see someone. I don't know who she were. She did a pregnancy test, and then I had to sit in a room and wait for it to come back and tell me the result. And she went, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're pregnant. It's positive. I was scared. I was scared of my parents chucking me out, and that ain't what happened. And I was like, in shock. I come out of the room, my friend's waiting for me, and I went to my friend. I went, I'm pregnant. And she went, fucking hell. She swore, fucking hell, Kelly. Can we go now? I went, no, I've got to wait for a doctor. So then I goes in, sees the doctor. My friend's still waiting outside, because she said, do you want me to come in now? Well, I'm okay. Long as she was outside, long as she was there, she was still supporting me. That's all that mattered. I goes in, see the doctor, and there was someone else in there as well. And I said, I'm a bit scared of telling my parents that I'm pregnant. And her solution were, I can book you in for an abortion next week. I went, I don't want an abortion. I'm keeping this baby. And, okay. Oh, would you like one of us to be with you and you tell your parents? I went, no. I was waiting for Dave to come. I went home, went back out to my friend now. I'm walking to the bus stop. I can't believe I'm pregnant. I can't believe I'm pregnant. I kept saying that all the way going through the market, through town, into the bus station. I'm on the bus thinking, how could this happen? Then I ring the father up and tell him I'm pregnant. He says, oh, I'll be there in a bit. I waited and waited and waited. It felt like hours. I kept ringing him. I was upset. And my mum went, what's the matter? Has he dumped you? I went, no. I went, I've got bellyache. She went, you pregnant? I just said, yeah. And I told her I was just scared. And I told her I was scared of you chucking me out of the house. She went, you won't be first and you won't be last. And she went, what you gonna do? I'll be behind you no matter what. I went, I'm keeping the baby. And there were smiles on my parents' face then. Because they thought I was gonna give it up. If I would never have gone for an abortion anyway, that doctor's attitude stunk. I would never have gone for an abortion. I would have gone for an adoption rather than abortion. So anyway, my parents were pleased I was keeping this baby. And then Dave came, because I was waiting for him so we could tell them both together that we were pregnant. And my dad just went to him as soon as they walked through the door, I'm going to tie a knot in it. That's all he said. Things happen. And things happen for a reason. Then I went to see the doctor, my own GP. And she referred, because back then you used to see your doctor, then your doctor used to refer you to the midwife. That's what happened. Then when I saw the midwife, I were a bit, and then she were a lovely midwife. I had two, Sue and Rose. They were really good. Then stupid Facebook apps. Then she told me I had to, at this point, when I was pregnant with Leonie, you had to have, you saw the midwife at 12 weeks rather than sooner. I was how many weeks pregnant when I saw midwife with Lauren? I think I was about 6 to 8 weeks. Think about that when I saw midwife with Rosie. Well, I was already 8 weeks gone. Thomas being about 10, 11 weeks. She come to the house. We only are around the same. I went to the GPs, and with Lauren I was 6 weeks. But Leonie, I saw the midwife at 12 weeks. There were no 12-week scan back then. It was only a 20-week scan. So I had a 20-week scan. Went to see a consultant. Said, this is what I went through. I'm there, waiting for my scan. My scan was over. I was dying for a wee. I couldn't hold it in, so I had a scan with no water in my bladder. I saw everything fine anyway. I wanted to find out if I were having a boy or a girl, and typical of Leonie, had her legs crossed. And then when I went back, I just decided not to ask anyway, because they said it's 50-50 that we don't get it right anyway. So I went with my mum, oh, don't bother finding out, and I wanted to know. And then when I'm telling you this story because this is how I'm going to go on about teen pregnancy. Then through all my pregnancy, I had to have growth scans just to have a check because Leonie was a bit on the small side. Then I was overdue. I had to be induced at 13 days. I'm 13 days overdue when I had her, so yeah, I was 12 days. I got induced on the 4th of February, had her on the 5th. She weighed £6, 4 ounces, and she was 49 centimetres long. What else is there? I think that's it. She was perfect little girl. And then me and her dad did split a year later. But at this point we'd been together a year. A year later, on her just after her first birthday, we did split up. And then we were split for 2 years. Got back together on and off until 2006, where I split with him for good, and then I got with Dan. So that was me at 18, and I know teenagers go through that at 15, 16, 13, 14, some at 11, some at 10, some at 12. It is really young age. Because when I was pregnant with Leonie, I used to get judged. Someone rang me up and called me a fucked up slag. Well, I knew who it were. I knew who called me a fucked up slag. And she didn't realise I knew it were her. It's because she was jealous, and a bit after when she was talking to me, she went, I thought I'd have a baby before you. And guess what? She's 2 years younger than me. She were 16 and I were 18. I was getting bullied just because I was pregnant. You're not pregnant. I'm like, yeah, I am. Just because I wasn't showing. Because I was thin back then. I just wish there was YouTube then and I would have done updates and everything, but my mum and dad didn't have the internet, so I could have done updates and everything. I could find pictures of when I was pregnant and show you how far along I were, if I can find them. With Leonie, you can't even tell I'm pregnant on most of the pictures. There's my engagement photos, I think. You can't even tell I'm pregnant. I am so thin. But to bully me and say I'm not pregnant, one guy had a real go at me. You're not pregnant. My girlfriend's due in November and she's bigger than you. And thinking, well, I thought, well, she will be because she's due in November. I'm due in January. And yeah, being a teenager and pregnant, you get bullied. I got bullied just because I were pregnant. It's because people are jealous of you. And then when I had her, these people that were bullying me come round and bought me an outfit to say sorry. Well, that weren't going to add up for the bullying you did. But being bullied as a teen mum, it's not nice. So this is what I want to put out to people, is if you know someone that is pregnant and they are a teenager, don't bully them. They made a mistake, like I did. Well, if I say she's a mistake in front of her, she'll have a go. I'll say it wasn't a mistake. Or if I say I accidentally got pregnant, oh, it was an accident, was I? And then I'll go, no, you was unplanned. So that's a better term. I'll just say, Leon, no, you were unplanned. But I wouldn't be without you. She's 14 now. But if anyone knows people that are pregnant, don't bully them. They just made a mistake. They had sex, unprotected sex, and they are paying for it by getting pregnant. They're paying for it, their mistake, by getting pregnant. Don't have a go at them. Don't bully them. I know how it feels to be bullied as a teen mum. It's like I see teenagers pushing prams and being pregnant and that, and they look at me to say, are you gonna bully me, or are you gonna give me a dirty look? And I'm like, no. I'm thinking, I'm not saying anything, I'm not gonna give you a look at anything, because my answer is, I've been there. I've been in their shoes. So is my mum. And I don't think there's anyone else in this family that's been pregnant. Oh, my sister has. She was 15. But we don't really talk, because she's only my half sister, and she's never really accepted me as a sister, because apparently my mum took my dad away from her. Really. That ain't what happened at all. But all I'm saying is, don't judge teen mums just because they had sex at a young age, got pregnant at a young age. So what? They've got a baby, they're pregnant. So I bet you they love that child. That child they're carrying, that wasn't planned. I bet they love it. Yes, it might interfere with some of the schooling, but they go to school, they come home, they have their baby. Because if my daughter's 14 and if she come home tomorrow saying, Mum, I'm pregnant, I wouldn't judge her. Like, right, Leonie, I'll ring the doctors, book you in with the midwife, or what you gonna do? If you're keeping this baby, well, if not, I'll have it. That'd be my answer. Give birth, and I'll have the baby. Or if one of my other daughters, when they're older and come home, Mum, I'm pregnant, and they keep it, I'll support them no matter what they decide. But all I'm saying is, please, please, please don't judge teen mums. It's awful. I have got somebody on my I'm a subscriber to someone. I'm not mentioning her name, but she's a teen mom. She's just had a baby. I think she was 14 when she had the baby. She's now 15, and I think she was getting bullied. So was I, and I was 18. I was 4 years older than her. But please just don't judge teen moms. I've been there. It's not very nice to judge someone that's teen and pregnant. If we didn't have periods so early on, there wouldn't be any of these teen pregnancies. So we had periods when we were 16, 17, or if we had the periods in the 20s, it would be a lot better for us. And then we won't get pregnant. Or for schools to educate us a bit better on contraception and where to get it from and how to get it. They show us the contraception, but they don't tell us how to get it. That's what the schools need to concentrate on. Because some men won't use condoms. That's what my problem were. He thought I was on the pill. He didn't ask